Oh, yeah, totally. I missed my first Thursday.
You did.
Alright, entertain a motion to come out of closed session, please.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Alright, we're out of closed session. Moving on to number 8, consent agenda, 8.1, minutes, March 12th, 2026, regular minutes, 8.2, claims and accounts, 8.3, revenue expenditure trial balance reports, 8.4, Iron Ore Heritage Trail appointment, 8.5, computer and server agreement, 8.6, City Hall boiler invoice and budget adjustment, 8.7, Fire Hall rescue tool bid. Entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Joe? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Number 9, public comment. Once again, public comment, 3 minutes is yours, stand on the podium and state your name.
Hi, Carrie Coleman, Negaunee resident, and I just wanted to address the live streaming, since whatever is being done right now, like with the camera, it's a city of Negaunee camera that they were recording, like this right here, is being pre-recorded, and there's obviously some security where no one can have access to it. So just having a camera like that or something similar to that that has access to the internet, and then just live streaming it. As far as having microphones, that would be great, but it's not necessary. Any one of us that want live streaming right now, we're okay with how it is right now. Yeah, it's bad, it's not the best sound, but if it's good enough for pre-recording it, unedited, and then uploading it to the YouTube channel, that we kind of think it's just as good, but even better, to live stream it to the YouTube channel unedited. So if somebody is like me, if I'm talking for more than 3 minutes, as the city council member Kangas had said, it's still unedited, just like it would be unedited when you're pre-recording it, and you just told me to shut up. So I will shut up. So we just want it, and it would be, the comments would be turned off. That's what they do for the city of Ishpeming and Marquette. Policy is the same. It's not gonna be flagged. I've never heard of such a thing. If it was, it could be flagged, pre-recorded and uploaded. You could pre-record something. I've known people who've done it on social media platforms. They pre-record something, they upload it, and it went against the guidelines. So it doesn't matter whether it's live or pre-recorded. The key is, if it's live, it is real time. Now, maybe for some people, they're okay with that. I value the real time. The gentleman that was from the Harding group, he could watch it live, and then he could say, oh, okay, they're on this subject now, so they don't need me, I'm not gonna be called yet. Maybe he would value it too, being able to know when, what is going on, like Councilmember Plummer had said. You could look at the agenda and then decide, well, maybe I can wait a little bit and listen to it later, or I can watch the beginning, but, the problem right now, pre-recorded for whatever reason, the March meeting has not been uploaded, and I don't think that's good. We all would like transparency, I think we all can agree on that.
30 seconds.
And the February one has not been recorded, so the idea is recording it just as we're doing now, but then it's going right into the YouTube channel, and it doesn't cost anything. But then you want security, and only having one particular person, at one point it was Brian, whoever that is, to have access to that camera, so no one else would have access to it. I totally get that. So I just wanted to clarify, no microphones are
Time's expired,
necessary.
Karen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. This is Marina. I live off Am Street. Couple things I want to touch base on. I hope I can get my 3 minutes in. I'm not going to go over 3 minutes. First thing I want to talk about is the Vista. Couple meetings back, Nate, you said, yeah, I'm going to work on something. I'm going to have a little informational website or something for the people. We never seen it, I never seen it. Did the roof get shoveled off? Is that still happening? Are you looking for people to shovel the roof? Like the tree people? I'm not really sure. I thought everything was all included in that price to fix the Vista. I'm not sure what's going on with that. The live streaming. I have my iPhone and a tripod, cheap. I hope the sound works today. If it doesn't, I'm gonna do better. 50 people, subscribers, you're live. Nobody can comment. If you guys wanna do it, you can do that. It's real easy. And you're saying, oh, 88, closed captioning. YouTube is really great now, closed caption. People can read it. There's a lot of people, you guys, you don't understand. They don't come to these meetings. And a lot of people now, they have the Roku TVs. Guess what? YouTube is everything. You know what I mean? And if my neighbor doesn't have it, I'll take my phone over there and let her see it. You know, I'm just hearing excuses. Well, we need microphones, we need this, blah, 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 blah. You guys were clearly talking loud enough so we could hear it. I hope my phone picked it up. If not, I'll do better next month. But it's ridiculous. You guys, you don't care. You know what I mean? It's just excuse after excuse after excuse. And it's like, oh, well, if we tell them this, maybe they'll believe us. That's done. We're done. People are done. Also, there's a lot of people in this town that you guys don't listen. You guys, you say you're accessible to who? Who are you accessible to? So, me and another friend, we're gonna go to these people and like, hey, what would you like to tell them? It's really great that you're gonna have this heart and soul service agreement, but I don't know. Anyway, another thing I want to touch base with, the senior center, what's going on down there? Are they still having the services for grocery pickup? Is there still the home help, the cleaners going in? I mean, those people, the senior center, this place, a lot of people come here. They're really upset and confused that, what's going on? You know what I mean?
30 seconds remaining.
Do the right thing, that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you.
Any further public comment? Seeing none, closing public comment. Number 10, council member comments. Any comment tonight, Kevin?
No.
No? Good.
Next Wednesday, I'm off to Myrtle Beach. If that Mackinac Bridge is closed, you hear an explosion, it's probably me at the bridge, in my head.
Tracy, what you got? Nothing to add? Amanda?
Not much other than I'm just really ready for winter to be done. I'm tired. My back hurts.
John, anything?
Yeah, I appreciate the publicity and communication that's going out in regards to the hockey rink. I think that's been really well done, and looking forward to the opportunity to see how the public comes out, hopefully in support of that.
Good. Jeff?
Yeah, I did wanna, mention something, it goes back a little bit, February 2020 and March 2020, the AMI meter program was instituted, and I've been looking a lot into the different smart technologies. I'm a bit of a Luddite, if you didn't know that, and I am not a fan of a lot of the smart stuff just because of the downside of it. The one thing I would have hoped our city would have had was an opt-out option where there's many towns, Marquette has an opt-out option, where you don't have to, it's still an AMI meter, but it's a non-radio, non-communicative meter. Because a lot of their people, their concerns with the smart meters, with what they call dirty electricity, because it actually, the pulses, there's electromagnetic interference that happens with the smart meter. It sends different pulses through your house's wire. It can affect appliances. On a rare level, they've been known to cause fires, especially if there's maybe older electricity in the house. So I do think the technology is concerning. There's health concerns about the radio frequencies. We're getting bombarded by so many different radio frequencies, from our smartphones to cell towers, now our meters. And so the opt-out option would have been nice, and maybe going forward, when we are addressing what I would call a controversial technology, because we were using an AMR that we had to do the drive-bys on, where basically it's a slighter radio wave, and then the truck, as we see, drives by, picks it up. And from what I understand, part of that wasn't gonna be supported, and that was the argument given for moving to AMIs. The research I've done, is the AMRs, a lot of places are still using them, because once you have them, they're cheap. The software is cheaper than the AMI software, and then that initial cost, which we had, I think, budgeted $454,000, so a lot of money, so it's gonna take a lot of time to reap the rewards of, and the technology has interesting things about it. Some people might like that you get a constant granular feeds as to what your electricity rate is, but other people might be worried about security, and that's the one thing with the smart meters, they're more likely to, there's hacking issues, cybersecurity, a lot of things that, an item like this that is potentially controversial. I know the city wasn't probably legally required to have a public hearing, but to offer a public hearing in the future, if we do come across some fairly major and controversial idea that maybe we should be entertaining bringing the public in before. I watched those meetings, and that's why I brought them up, because it's taken a while, supply chain issues and things, so we're still installing meters 6 years later. And I think from the meeting I heard, and there might have been other informational out there, but the longer February meeting, there were good questions asked by our city council. I don't think the representative who had speak addressed them fully. I think they were more expert at the AMI, and there were questions that I think we should have had a second proposal for continuing with the AMR, detailing both of them, trying to weigh risks and benefits to each one. Like, you know, because all these things have upsides and downsides. And so going forward, I know this is kind of the horse is already out of the barn for this one, but other issues that could be controversial, I think we should try and get more public, the temperature of what the public wants or doesn't want. And that's just what I have to say about that. Thank you.
Very good, thank you, Jeff. As for me, I don't remember, I believe, you were not here last meeting, correct? Yeah, so that's when Snowmageddon happened? Yeah, it wiped me out, but, I just wanna say, you know, yeah, our DPW did a great job, but what a tremendous community we have of people when we have a once in a century snowstorm and you see 20 guys snow blowing one person out, you know, or a guy dropping a plow blade to help somebody with a front wheel drive car move forward. We just did a spectacular job as a community to get through that snow event, which was, to say, devastating to a lot of us, right? So, great job to our community for helping each other out. And then, like I said to David as I walked in, nothing city related, but this is the greatest weekend in sports. The Masters is on, and I don't claim to be a man that even has tear ducts until Sunday of the Masters comes and you can watch a guy win the most coveted prize in sports. So if you want to see a tear in my eye, come over on Sunday. And that is all I have. Nate?
Mr. Mayor and Council, just a little fix on the memo you got for me. The fire pumper has arrived finally. It took a while to get here. We ordered that a long time ago. I put on there that we're having a push-in ceremony on April 16th. That's a misnomer, that's just the April 13th, so next Monday at 7 p.m. at the fire hall. So if you wanna help push the giant pumper into the fire hall, then you can, don't throw your back out. We're not gonna pay any workman's comp claims now. You can feel free to do that. There'll be a little ceremony for that. People can check out the truck, and then there'll be some light refreshments afterwards. Another thing that we also just got in either today or yesterday was our plow that we ordered back in 2022. So our third plow since 2018 has finally arrived, and we'll just continue to replace equipment over time as financial ability allows us. And then lastly, pardon me, the ice arena, we did have our 2 open houses. We had probably about 20 to 25 people attend each of those. Had some good conversation, did a walkthrough. Those lasted each about an hour. There will be a flyer going out in everybody's utility bill explaining what the project is, when the date to vote is, the language on the ballot. It's all this for information. The city again cannot advocate one way or the other. Then we also launched a webpage about the ice arena, basically the same information that you'll see in the flyer, a little bit more. And then lastly, there will be a video coming out next week on some additional questions that we're hearing in the public, that are general questions that aren't typically asked all the time, but all those questions have been answered here at one point, or at other meetings that we had, that kind of reveal to the public why did we get to the status we're at, what have we done in the meantime, what have we done to try to find alternative funding, things of that nature. So that'll be coming out, including the overall project, just in a voice format, so people can hear it that way as well. So, for those that may not like to read it, so, there you go.
Thanks, Aaron. This is the attorney.
Just real quickly, because I have this institutional knowledge now, I've been here for a minute. In 2018, I believe it was Mayor Gladwell at the time, and maybe it was Councilman Candace, I don't recall this one. But we had traveled down to Lansing to fight with Charter at the Public Service Commission about the Fed channel, about the broadcasting, which the community at that time very much wanted to continue. And Charter flew in an army of lawyers from Washington DC and fought us tooth and nail on that, and refused to give up the ghost on the Fed channel issue. I just want to remind everybody that we have had this concern, we have fought for this in the past, but hearing the concerns and the comments of the board tonight, I think I know it seems, particularly the public, it seems like an easy fix, but there are some things that, at least from your concerns that you brought up to me, that I think we really do need to dig into just a little bit. So just with that, and also I know the gentleman who was driving across the bridge last month, Councilman Candace, and a piece of ice fell through his passenger side windshield. It was probably as big as the podium, and that's why we closed the bridge so many times this year, is because they've had so much ice falling off of the girders. And I've been stuck twice in the last week, so I'm sure your frustration. I hope you get through.
You always go through Chicago.
Don't go through
Yeah.
Chicago. I'll take this. All right, thank you.
With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Tracy, Jeff, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.